Jeremy, I just took your queen. You should really look after your chick more.
I know you did. But in order for a rocket to get to the moon, it must lose some of its parts along the way.
Wise words, Jeremy. And yes, a winning strategy sometimes necessitates sacrifice. But you have sacrificed too early.
Ha! There's no such thing as an early sacrifice. Anyways, have you heard any news about the bald guy with sunglasses getting arrested?
You mean Mr. A? I love that guy. I just cannot understand how and why so many people just do not buy into the things he says.
I hear many people say that he is innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, that's a very reasonable way of thinking in a situation like this. In fact, Islam teaches you to only assume the best of a person and not just jump to conclusions. Speak what you know is right and stay silent when you are clueless.
So right now Mr. Andrew is innocent until proven guilty?
Hmm, well, Jeremy, there are many problems with this. Even Mr. Andrew knows that they can lock you up for whatever reason and make the masses agree that it was justifiable. Through the use of mainstream media, of course. For example, what if Mr. Andrew came out as guilty and was sentenced to death? Will you just believe it and move on with your life? Or will you be skeptic and question everything? The best way to understand the Matrix is to understand that our world and our realities are made from the way we see it and say it is. If you were to delete everyone on this planet and just leave yourself standing, you will begin to realize that all the problems we are facing, be it racism, war, hate, confusion, poverty, and so on, wouldn't exist. There'll be nothing. Just you, yourself wandering through the Garden of Eden. It is the people around us and the words we say that make up our life and the way we see it. They tell you to wear a nappy on your face, and so you do it because other people do it. They tell you that something out of the ordinary is normal, so you see it as normal because others do. They tell you that some guy wearing a turban has crashed a plane into a castle, and so now not only do you believe it, but you also believe that people who wear turbans are just like that one in the plane. They tell you that some cough is going around, so you cower in fear and hide in the shadows away from the sun. They give it to you and you take it the same way most people take it. You see it the way most people see it.
Who is they?
It is up to you to understand how you see they. To you, they could exist or not exist, depending on how you see and believe the story. I cannot convince you that they exist or not exist. I can only plant a seed in your mind to get you wondering on the ways you may want to see things. Do you want to keep seeing things that aren't normal become normal? Or do you want to see that they are real and that they normalize the things that are not normal in front of you? It is up to you. I can only give you options. I'll give you another example. You are walking down a street and you see what appears to be a man chasing a little girl. You see that the little girl has tears in her eyes and is very distressed. You look at the man and he has this serious, scary look on his face. What are your first thoughts?
Well, I'd suspect that the man intends to harm the girl.
Yes, and I don't blame you for thinking that way. Anyways, you take out your phone and begin to call the police as the girl and man pass you. You keep your eye on them. and see that the little girl is now pointing at a cat stuck up a tree. The man then proceeds to climb the tree and retrieve the cat, giving it back to the girl. Your entire view of this situation has now shifted from a panicking, what should I do moment, to a now there is hope in humanity moment. And so you cancel the call. If you had not turned and saw the man's true intentions, you would have concluded that he was a kidnapper. The story plays out the way you see it, the way it's been given to you, the way it's been sold to you.
So if Brother Andrew is quote-unquote proven guilty, the Matrix would be able to convince the masses that he really is? Would the Matrix really be able to shift the minds of those who believe in Brother Andrew, just by letting them see the quote-unquote evidence?
This world is an unfair place, Jeremy, and this isn't the first time they've fooled us, either. It is human nature for one to believe that there is no corruption within the system of leadership, because trust is a very risky way of advancing towards safety. It can be exploited whenever and however. The matrix flows through human nature because it is part of human nature. It calls us to become wary when things are too oddly perfect, and to remain calm when actions have been taken in the name of trust, even when exploited, because trust is an opportunity for blind faith. All the nonsense they feed you, all the chemicals they give you, all the ways they shape you, it all comes from the trust we give them. This trust has been built from persuasion, power, influence, indoctrination, playing victim, and lying. And it's been done so well that our trust has now become a veil covering what we're supposed to see.
So you're saying that even if Brother Andrew does come out as quote-unquote guilty, we should hold our horses and remain skeptic before we make any further assumptions?
Precisely. There are just too many probabilities and outcomes of this situation given the many factors. It would be unwise just to make off the bat conclusions about the situation without having done any deeper research.
But what purpose would there be to research if he's already proven guilty?
The media has only shown you that he's been quote unquote proven guilty. Like I said, trust is a risky approach and can be exploited in order to change your reality. Not for your benefit, but for theirs. There was an Austrian physicist by the name of Odin Schrödinger. He came up with a thought experiment which is now known as Schrödinger's cat. Basically, he imagined putting a cat inside a sealed box with a device that has a 50% chance of killing the cat within an hour. At the end of the hour, common sense would say that the cat is either dead or alive. But according to quantum physics, the cat is both equally dead and alive until the box is opened, and you see what is revealed. The Matrix wants you to believe that you are using common sense and say that Brother Andrew is either innocent or guilty, so that they can shift the vibrations of your beliefs. It leaves you in the fog. It wants to keep the people thinking that Andrew is both equally innocent and guilty. You have those who are pro-Andrew, and you have those who are against Andrew. Trust in the system is making you hesitant of opening the box and seeing for yourself. It makes you afraid and uncomfortable to see for yourself, so you begin to deny the fact that the box can even be opened in the first place. You mustn't live this way. You must break the trust, guarding the lies, and move out from your comfort zone into reality, so that you can open the box and see the truth.
Checkmate!
What? How? You cheated!
Did I? Or were you too busy being distracted and didn't see what really happened?
Oh, whatever.
I understand what you are saying, Master. Be skeptic of everything, especially things on the mainstream side. Truth will come only when you look for it. And once you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
I'm glad you understand, Jeremy. Not many people do anyways. Abu Hurairah, may Allah's mercy be upon him, reported that the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "Years of treachery will come over people in which liars are believed and the truthful are denied. The deceitful are trusted, and the trustworthy are considered traitors, and the disgraceful will deliver speeches." It was said, "Who are the disgraceful?" The Prophet said, "Petty men with authority over the common people." A man in the desert couldn't have just known this and worded it with such eloquence. This knowledge could have only been revealed through the one who knows all about us.
Wise words, Master.
Thank you, Jeremy. Oh yeah, and do please remind our audience to subscribe.
Please subscribe and leave a like if you want to free Top G. I have a gut feeling he's not going to be around for long.
Don't say that, Jeremy. Become a man of action and do something about it. Keep preaching. In the meantime, stay skeptic and stay safe. May peace be with you all.